Actually, I guess technically he would be the... No, he was the second last because Dumas was the final boss. Oh no, never mind. That's right. We had to face Tom Goodman. He was the final boss. Anyway, so this is the second connection to No One Lives Forever. A wanted poster for Kate, who, as you should all be familiar with, is the main character of that series. So yeah, all the weapons and the gadgets in the second game that have a little icon, and also the new sort of weapon select screen thing is changed as well. It's no longer just a little tiny... Well, it's no longer just thing on the right side of the screen anymore. They're actual... And also, when you press like the next weapon thing, it's no longer just a little tiny square in the corner. It's that you actually get to see the whole thing. And what's also nice is the fact that when you select a weapon, you don't actually have to click on it. It automatically gets selected and equipped whenever you scroll over it.
On my signal, unleash hell. Commence.
Laugh it up, cue ball.
Stop coddling him. Fight, my fearsome gladiators.
Fearsome gladiators. They're more like... If you want to compare to anything from the gladiatorial days, they're more like pussycats. Although I do have to admit they're pretty tough, considering I have to shoot them in the head like 5 times before they actually die. You're gunfire, but I don't see where... Which is always annoying. Oh shit. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it looked like he just like threw a grenade in front of into his own dude. Jesus, he's still not dead. That looks like it didn't even hit him. Wow, I only have 4 bullets left.
The finish line is just ahead.
Of course, even though the finish line may be up ahead, I doubt it'll just be an easy walk through the gate and oh, you're done. No, I bet you there's going to be more hell to do to go through before the end of this day. So, being a bridge game, this game is actually kind of short. compared to the other two games. So, I believe there's only about maybe 10 or so, 10, 11, maybe 12 chapters or something like that. So, it's not, I mean, it isn't really, it's not like, a couple levels, so it's not really short, but it's also not overly long either, so we're not going to be spending months on this one game, unlike No One Lives Forever 1. Hey, what did I say? What did I say? Shit. Well, you're one lucky son of a bitch, you know that? Definitely got lucky there because I had to reload. One thing that is annoying is if you restart a checkpoint, which, by the way, there are actually checkpoints in this and the next game. So unlike the first game where if you die, you basically have to restart from either from the beginning of the scene or from your last save, be it an actual save or a quick save, which was kind of frustratingly annoying because, you may go through get almost to the end of the level, and then forget to save, and end up dying for, whatever reason. Be it, I mean, if you're being stupid and die because you're not being careful, that's one thing, but, you may actually die because, I don't know, you do have low health, but a guy spawns behind you, which is a dick move for the game. So, you go through all this trouble, forget to save, end up dying toward the end of the level, and then, well, now you're screwed, and I gotta go through all that again, just because there aren't any checkpoints. So that's why checkpoints, that's one of the reasons why I quick saved a lot, because without checkpoints, you kind of need to quick save, otherwise you're going to have to go through pretty much, chunks of this level over and over and over again, especially when you get to tough sections. Not sure how that guy was able to hit me. Unless it was that guy up there that was hitting me. Nice try. Again, nice try for trying to ambush me, but still not good enough. See what's up here first, because I somehow feel like going, and there's really nothing over here, so I don't know, going down the ladder or those steps just feels kind of like a trap. But whatever. Also, I better go down the stairs instead of jumping down, because this game is known for having pretty weak legs. Again, lucky because I have to reload.
Take cover. I've got you now.
Pretty weak grenade. Wasn't that far away from that explosion, so splash effect should have still hit me.
I've got you.
You know, I have to say, those gangster goons, they may have been dumber. They seem like more of a challenge than these guys are.
Well done, but we're not finished with you.
Of course not.
That son of a bitch. He's humiliating you. How can you call yourself?
It's got a point, you know. Call yourself criminal masterminds, and yet you can't stop a single guy. I mean, come on, I know I'm a badass, but still, I'm a single man. This place actually has a bathroom. Not sure why there's a grate here. Unless, no, there's no shower. There's a sink and there are some toilets, but there's no shower. So I don't, unless that's sort of like a heating, air conditioning vent or something. Toilet paper. All right, now that we've completed his little psychotic test, let's see if we passed and are good enough to join his organization. Not that we really have a choice in the matter, because well, we either pass and we join, or we fail and we die. Oh yeah, this is another new addition, these little blinking arrow doorways. So, you'll be seeing them a lot. The single arrow door indicates basically that this is an exit. So once you go through here, there's no coming back. It's basically either the end of the level or, you know, the next area of the level. But there's no going back. A double-sided arrow, a double-sided arrow must therefore mean that you can go back and forth, which is pretty obvious. I mean, if a single arrow means one way, a double-sided arrow obviously must mean both ways. So if it's a double-sided arrow, you basically can go back and forth. And I'm not, like I said, since I've only ever seen a playthrough of this game one time, I'm not too familiar with the story and what happens, but I do know you'll be seeing quite a few of those double-sided arrows and going back and forth in the next game, because there's actually a few key moments where you kind of have to go back and forth between various areas of the level to complete certain tasks. But yeah, let's see what Volkov wants from us.
Bravo! You've passed the test. Now then, I have a job for you.
Short and sweet. And again, found 0 of 1 secrets. I have no idea where these secrets are buried, because the playthrough that I've seen did not go through and pick any of them up. They just basically completed the story of the game, which is really the only reason why I even watched a playthrough of the game, because I've never played it before. I knew it was part of the series, but I've only ever played the second game and never played the first or this game, and I wanted to know the full story of the series, so I ended up watching playthroughs. Anyway, so, like I said, fairly short game. And as you can see, these chapters aren't overly long either. And I don't even think these chapters have multiple scenes like in the first game. Actually, none of the chapters actually have multiple scenes, per se. They're just single. Like, they're not even really obviously, in the first game, each chapter was divided into, unless it was a debrief level, into 2 or more sort of like individual scenes. Sort of like, I guess, sub-chapters, if you will, of that level. In this game, well, there aren't any really, as far as I remember, there really wasn't any divisions. It was just, you know, chapter by chapter. And in the second game, there are... No, in the second game it's the same thing. It's you start off with a chapter and you have your main sort of introductory cutscene with the same sort of text introduction that you see in this game before the start of a chapter, and like the loading screen, like sort of chapter information text during the loading screen. But then each sort of, you do have loading, but it's not really, you don't load scenes, it's just one continuous chapter. The only loading is basically between areas. I don't remember if you actually load areas in this game. I think you might, but I'm not 100% sure. But in the second game, you do go between various locations within that level, because the levels are pretty big. And each sort of new area has its own loading screen. But again, it's not really loading another scenario, another scene, another sub-chapter, whatever. It's just loading the world, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, we're 2 chapters into this. Like I said, there's only about 10 or 12 chapters, so it's not too long. Making good progress, and we should be done with this fairly soon, actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall catch you on next time when we actually get to see what Volkov wants from us, or I guess, more specifically, what is this mission that he wants us to do. So see you guys then.